Is Rolex losing its edge? For decades, Rolex has stood at the top of the luxury watch world. It's the brand everyone recognizes, the name people associate with success, precision, and prestige. But here's the uncomfortable question more people are starting to ask. Is Rolex still leading the industry forward, or is it simply surviving on its reputation? Because when you look past the crown on the dial, something starts to feel off. Rolex doesn't feel like a brand in a hurry anymore. While other manufacturers are experimenting, taking risks, and pushing boundaries, Rolex appears content, standing still, confident that its legacy alone will carry it forward. And maybe that confidence has turned into complacency. That doesn't mean Rolex has suddenly become irrelevant. Far from it. But it does mean the brand may be drifting away from what once made it exciting. Playing it safe in a fast-moving industry. Rolex has always positioned itself as a symbol of reliability rather than rebellion. That philosophy worked beautifully for decades. But today's luxury watch market is different. Buyers are more informed, more curious, and less impressed by logos alone. When you examine Rolex's modern lineup, genuine innovation is rare. Outside of a handful of models with technical quirks, most releases feel like subtle variations of designs that are decades old. Minor tweaks here, a small update there, but nothing that truly redefines the category. Their in-house movements are dependable, yes. They perform well, hold time accurately, and last for years. But revolutionary? Not really. Rolex has preferred refinement over reinvention, and while that appeals to traditionalists, it leaves others wanting more. At some point, playing it safe stops being admirable and starts feeling stagnant. Here's where things get tricky. Calling Rolex watches bad would be unfair. They are well-built, durable, and designed to survive real-world use. But when you strip away the marketing aura, you're left asking whether the price reflects true horological value or simply the power of the brand. There are watches at far lower price points that offer comparable mechanical performance, tighter finishing, and sometimes even better quality control. That's not an attack on Rolex. It's a reality of how far the industry has progressed. Rolex excels at storytelling. It sells history, status, and aspiration better than almost anyone. But craftsmanship alone doesn't always justify the premiums buyers are now expected to pay, especially when small imperfections still slip through. Quality control, not untouchable. For a brand operating at this price level, expectations are sky-high. Buyers don't just want excellence, they demand perfection. And yet, reports from owners tell a different story. Minor alignment issues, dust under crystals, hands that aren't finished as cleanly as they should be. These aren't widespread disasters, but they shouldn't exist at all in watches costing 5 figures. When consumers are spending this much money, almost perfect isn't good enough. Luxury isn't just about durability. It's about obsessive attention to detail. And that's where Rolex sometimes feels like a mass producer wearing a luxury badge. The myth of innovation. Rolex is often credited with pioneering entire categories, especially in tool watches. But history tells a more nuanced story. Many of the designs Rolex is famous for weren't first. They were simply marketed better. Over time, those designs became iconic, and today they are instantly recognizable. But recognizability isn't the same as innovation. The silhouettes haven't meaningfully evolved in decades. The formulas remain familiar. The brand leans heavily on continuity, which is comforting, but also limiting. Innovation isn't just about adding features, it's about challenging assumptions. And Rolex rarely challenges its own. The modern buying experience. Then there's the purchasing process. What used to be a straightforward luxury transaction has turned into something resembling a loyalty test. Long waits, vague promises, indirect pressure to buy unrelated products, all to earn the chance to spend thousands of dollars. That exclusivity once added allure. Today, it feels more like friction. When customers begin to feel manipulated rather than valued, even the strongest brands risk losing goodwill. Scarcity can be powerful, but only when it feels authentic, not engineered. Are there better options? Here's the truth many newcomers don't hear. Rolex is no longer the automatic best choice. There are brands producing watches with deeper finishing, more adventurous designs, and greater mechanical complexity, often for similar or even lower prices. Some focus on innovation, others focus on artistry. Some simply offer better value. For collectors who dig deeper into watchmaking, Rolex can start to feel like the safe, middle-of-the-road option rather than the ultimate destination. That doesn't make it bad, it just makes it ordinary. A brand at a crossroads. Rolex isn't failing, it isn't disappearing, and it isn't about to lose its status overnight. But the industry around it is evolving faster than ever. Buyers are changing, expectations are rising, and loyalty to a name alone is no longer guaranteed. If Rolex wants to remain not just relevant, but inspiring, it may need to take risks again. Real risks. The kind that made it legendary in the first place. Because history alone can only carry a brand so far. Final thoughts. At the end of the day, Rolex still makes excellent watches. But excellence isn't the same as leadership. The question isn't whether Rolex is still great. It's whether greatness is enough in a world that keeps moving forward. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think Rolex is playing it too safe? Or is consistency exactly what makes the brand timeless? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's talk.